A festival reconfirms it is definitely happening next year. A festival confirms it is the last time it will happen in its current shape, name and place. One of the most unsafe festivals has its crime stats released. Facial recognition scanners will be used for the first time at a well-known festival. This isn't a crime special, but it feels like it. Check your ass in for another episode of Brick and Fucking Mouth News. Ozzfest has officially confirmed it will be happening definitely in 2027. This is the first time that they have definitely confirmed they are definitely happening. I don't understand why they need to have multiple confirmations. They're definitely happening. It's almost as if people have zero trust for the organisers involved with this event. There are no band announcements. There are no days confirmed when it's happening. It is just happening in 2027. That is from Jack Osborne himself. It is also from Sharon Osbourne, who has previously confirmed it twice. All we do know is it is definitely happening at Villa Park in Birmingham. This announcement was put on the official Ozzfest Instagram page, and nothing else has been announced. We have been told via Sharon that something, possibly the headliners, will be announced in the coming weeks. Sharon has been cited as saying they will be putting younger talent first. And Jack has said it is definitely a one-day event. That's it. Ozzfest is still going ahead. Nothing else has been announced. Nothing new in the slightest. No update on the massively overdue Back to the Beginning theatrical release that was promised by the end of spring. At this point, it's probably never going to happen, but we have been told that the AI Aussie is definitely still on track. That's definitely still happening, and at this point, it's probably going to happen at Ozzfest in the UK for its one-day event. This is feeling like a massive letdown, a massive piss take, and just a way to milk Aussie's legacy at this point. This is not going to be something that's really going to be wanted in the UK. It's not wanted. We don't want more one-day festivals. We want more longer camping festivals. But hey, Sharon would know that if she actually lived over here, like she said she was going to do before Ozzy passed. But no, this is just a way to milk that man's legacy. This is disgusting. Fuck off, Sharon. East Anglian Festival Maui Waui has announced that this year's event will in fact be its last. After 13 years, the promoters have said that this will be the last ever edition of the Maui Waui Festival. Yes, that is its name, Maui Waui. Yes, it is cringe as fuck. Yes, it is millennial coded as fuck. But what do you really expect from an event that hypes up that it has a psytrance stage? I know at least one of the people that is going to be performing on that stage this coming weekend, and honestly, piece of shit. Just a piece of shit. I'm not in any way feeling bad that this festival is shuttering. The way they've worded it says to me that they've got something else lined up anyway. Tickets are still on sale if you fancy K-holing yourself in Thetford and wandering into the forest to be discovered by police 3 days after the event is closed. That is entirely up to you. Speaking of the police, the BoomTown crime stats have been released via the police via a Freedom of Information request. And let's have a look at them now. There were 39 total arrests made over the course of the weekend, 62 reports of crime, and that is down from 76 last year, which is already a stark improvement. There were 25 reports of drug-related offences, 2 reports of theft from a person, 2 reports of theft from a vehicle, 1 report of a robbery, 8 reports of assault with injury, 4 reports of assault with no injury, 1 report of criminal damage, and 1 report of possession of a weapon. There were 2 reports of public order offences. Quite disgustingly, there were 2 reports of assault on an emergency worker. That's someone, most likely a first aider, the emergency crew designed to help get people alive again, back on their feet, and make sure that they're not dead. There are 2 reports of impairment, which is a driving offence, and there was 1 report of dangerous driving. There was 1 report of exposure/voyeurism. There was 1 report of a threat to life, 3 reports of harassment/stalking, 3 reports of domestic incidents, and lastly, and certainly not the least of the offences here, there were 3 reports of rape. 3 reported. Crime has in fact gone down at BoomTown if you look at the year-on-year stats, and that is a good thing. The stats are currently 0.05% of festival goers are causing these reports to happen. Now, this does go without saying that the majority of crime is never actually reported. So realistically, these stats mean fucking nothing. Anyone saying that these stats are a good thing needs help. There is still crime. There is still some of the most serious crime going on there. Threats to life, drink driving, dangerous driving. It's what is going on at this event that causes people to do all of this? It's supposed to be where you're going to another world, and it's an active sort of role playing as you're at the festival. And there's encouraged side quests to go and do things, to experience another world when you're there. That doesn't say to me, get so fucked up that you do the most heinous crimes possible and try and blame it on your impairment, that I'm sure 90% of the people involved in these statistics are going to do. Anyone defending the festival, saying that it is only 0.05% of people doing these crimes, can go and fuck themselves. It should be 0 people that are getting raped. It should be 0 people reporting that they're getting raped, because 0 people have been raped. So why am I mentioning the BoomTown statistics instead of every other festival that has happened this year? That is because BoomTown is categorically the least safe festival as of the stats from 2025. The 2026 stats are not out yet. This is your lowest bar to get past. If your festival has not had these crimes happen, it's better than BoomTown. Creamfields came in 2nd. Download Festival came in 3rd. Leeds, 4th. What does that say about your event? What does that say about your festival if you are bottom of that table for safety? It says to me they seriously need to look at what they're doing and maybe think about re-upping their game, or just doing anything at all to look after the people that are paying to be there. These numbers are from the SIA licensing board. I'm pretty sure they know what they're talking about. Now, as we continue our crime focus, Leeds Festival will be using facial recognition cameras at the event for the first time in its history. These cameras have been getting rolled out in increasingly common situations around the country. In my small town, they have been rolled out for the First Light Festival, which I loved and I attended and I filmed one day of. They've also been rolled out for bank holiday weekends. I'm in a small seaside town. We don't get that many people here because we're underfunded, we're underprivileged, and really we're an incredibly run-down part of the country. There's not much reason for people to come here and try and start trouble. But the police seem to think that there's a good enough reason to have these facial detection cameras out to spot people that are here to cause trouble. With the current state of social media and the increasingly racist views being put out by every mongoloid cretin with a smart device who's managed to make their own creator account, it's hardly surprising that the police are going to cast a wide net at any large social gathering to try and get people that have been causing issues, or are known to cause issues, or are on bail and are bail jumping, who are in breach of court conditions. It's not surprising when this country is so divided and there are so many problems going on at the moment. Known criminals will be stopped and they will be searched. These cameras give the police those powers. If they have a suspicion, they can act upon it. If they have information, they can act upon it. These cameras will keep away people who have something they are trying to hide. This has obviously been met with a lot of suspicion and negative backlash from people who believe the world is flat and or hollow, and possibly filled with Nazi super science dinosaurs. I'm not making that up. Look up Hollow Earth theory. It's funny as fuck, and people who believe it need to be sectioned. My God, it's messed up. There has been sufficient cause for these cameras to be introduced at this event. They have a reason for it. They will be looking for specific people at a specific event. Considering Leeds is the 4th least safe event in the UK, this can only be a step in the right direction for this event. And that's quite sad. This has been quite a crime-heavy episode of Brick in Mouth News. For August 2026, I'm Rob. I have Brick in Mouth syndrome. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Peace out, motherfuckers.